Okay, peeps. I've actually started to get some stuff bonded down now. Well, on the two boards, because I've had to scrap a few of them, the boards, because they were, well, I've stripped them because I'll use them as backing for the hills, the church and stuff. But they were not square, so I've had to dump them, and I've got to get some more. But I've stuck for a van today, so I couldn't go and pick some up. So I've just carried on with the two I want, because I think when you're working on the one, you got to work on the ones next to it as well, so you get the runoff. But what I've done today is I've actually use my zoom on my camera for a change. I've started putting rock work in to the places where I wanted it at the front of where Hugomont's going to sit. All these areas I'll carve out. When it's all finished. And this back recess here, if you can see it, I'll zoom out now. I'll hit with some expanded foam so it'll fill the cavity and it'll bond it better. I've just started filling in the edges, getting the baseboards that I'm happy with, sort of a bit more solid. As you can see, all the woodwork disappears. I mean, you've got to start to get your fillers on and stuff. When I've carved the road in, so I've still got to work out what I want to exactly have this height yet. Because I've had it running down, and I've cut the gradient down, I've cut it into the next board. So let's pick that off. So I can have that just flowing down nice. I've sanded a bit of these. These aren't how they'll be when I finish. This is just to give me the basic structures to work off. I mean, you can see how the road will run down now and into the cavities. But you can see once you've got your filling on and your texturing, I mean, there's that lip there which is off that board, but the wood disappears. And it gives you a nice tough thing to put up to. But I've got to cast the resin, and what I'll do when I cast the resin, so I've got to put a courtyard in there as well, which will be resin. I'll just carry on the cobbles into the buildings and stuff, so it's got like a cobble courtyard. But what I'll do is when I pour it down here, I'll get the resin, I'll pull the sheet and I'll pull it out while it's still soft, and I'll curve it down into there and I'll cut it. So I kind of work with what you call work with the resin when it's hot. When I used to build boats, that we used to do if you're in a rush, just pop things hot like. And it's quite good for tray making because you can just sculpt away like. You can layer it in and bend it. You don't have to wait till it's gone off rock hard like. But as I said, I need to knock another baseboard up for this. This one's been scrapped as well. And then I'll have this. I'm going to work this out here, this corner, because I shall have something coming down here. I'm not sure I'm going to carry it on up into the hill yet where the church is. So it'll be over here kind of thing. But I need the square board so I can work out this big back piece. It's got to sit here to support all the foam and stuff. But the main thing I've done today has just been casting rock work. I mean, you can saw this stuff as well, so you can cut it, saw it, layer it in where you want it and stuff. You still got to have a lot of infill and stuff there. It is just literally getting the big sections in one place. I mean, there's Woodland Scenics moulds as well. First time I've used them and they're not too bad. So especially when you're casting with the plaster I'm using, it's really rock hard. If you catch it while it's just popped out of the mould, it's quite easy to cut. But once it's gone really hard, it's a lot harder to cut. So I kind of snatch it out of the moulds and work with it well. Not while it's soft, but do you know what I mean? While it's still hot, you feel it's still warm, it's still going off. It's just easier to saw like. And when it goes off, because that shit goes off real hard like. I managed to get rid of the timber join there. I mean, you still see a join. I mean, it's a difficult one, if you know what I mean there, but it's just one of those. You can't get away without having a join line somewhere, even when they're even sort of hidden. It's just difficult to hide the seams of a board, which I think is the best thing. When you hide the seams of a board, it looks nice. But as I said, you have to try, and you can only get so much hiding, if you know what I mean, like kind of thing. But that's pretty much what I'm at today with that. So as I said, hopefully I'll have more boards tomorrow, and I can start to just, because I like to get the whole thing sort of blocked out first, and then I can start to work on more detailing stuff. Because as I said, the biggest part of these is just blocking out. You just got to get everything blocked out to a certain level, and then you can just do sweeps across the board. Do you know what I mean? Save I'm all over the place with the camera as usual, but let's see, so I'll just fill it in the racks. I mean, now I'm kind of starting to carve and cut stuff. I'm kind of starting to get a bit of a buzz on with it, because this is the fun bit, do you know what I mean? The actual detailing, once you've got your plans out, like, and roll like that. And to be fair, like, I'm probably one of the people that doesn't actually do much planning. I mean, sometimes I'll knock up some 3D models if I want to have a look at a 3D model, but you can kind of work out a table quite straightforward, like, just by chatting, do you know what I mean, to the person whose table it is. You know, always just some preliminary pencil drawings, but I think a lot of the time you find things change anyway, like, do you know what I mean? But that is kind of where it is at the moment. So I keep bombing you all with these videos, but this is what I'm working on at the moment, so this will all be anything I'll be posting content wise. So sorry if you don't like, you don't watch. Do you know what I mean? Any questions, just ask as well, because it's I don't really know what you're all interested in, so just ask if you want to know anything that I'm doing. Anyways folks, you take care of yourselves and I'll speak to you soon.